Good morning to all. I am Subramaniam, working as assistant professor in automobile department at SNS College of Technology. In this session, we are going to see about the cooling system in CNG engines. The cooling system in compressed natural gas engines plays a crucial role in maintaining the engine's operating temperature within the safe limits. CNG engines typically operate at higher temperature than gasoline or diesel engines due to the nature of the CNG combustion, which can generate more heat. An efficient cooling system is essential to prevent overheating, ensure optimal engine performance and prolong the engine lifespan. Key components of the cooling system in the CNG engines are radiator, coolant and water pump, thermostat, cooling system hoses, finally comes the expansion tank reservoir. We see each one by one in a briefly. First we see about the radiator. In the radiator there are two things are there, one is heat dissipation and the cooling fan. The radiator is the primary component responsible for the dissipating the heat absorbed by the coolant. It consists of a series of tubes and fins that increase the surface area for the heat exchange, allowing the coolant to release the heat to the air as it flows through the radiator. And cooling fan. The radiator is often equipped with a cooling fan which can be electric or mechanically driven to enhance the airflow through the radiator, especially at low speeds or when the engine is under heavy load. And next comes the coolant. The coolant we see the heat transfer fluid and coolant additives. The coolant is a mixture of the water and antifreeze, that is ethylene glycol or propylene glycol, that circulates through the engine to absorb the heat and prevent the engine from overheating. In the CNG engines, the coolant must be able to handle higher operating temperatures and provide effective heat transfer. Coolant additives. Some coolants contain additives that help protect the engine from the corrosion, cavitation and scale buildup, which can be exacerbated by the higher temperature of the CNG engines. And there must be a water pump. The water pump is responsible for circulating the coolant through the engine and the cooling system. It ensures that coolant flows through the engine block, engine cylinder head and radiator and maintaining a consistent temperature throughout the engine. And next comes the thermostat. Temperature regulations. In the thermostat is the valve that regulates the flow of the coolant between the engine and the radiator. It helps the engine reach its optimal operating temperature quickly and maintain that the temperature by operating or closing as needed. CNG machines may require thermostats designed to open a high temperature to accommodate the higher operating temperatures range typically of these engines. Coolant system hoses. Hoses connected to the various components of the cooling system, allowing the coolant to flow between the engine, radiator, water pump and heater core. In the CNG engines, hoses must be able to withstand the high temperature and pressures. The hoses should be made from the materials that resist heat, pressure and chemical degradation to ensure the long-term reliability. An expansion tank or reservoir. The expansion tank or the reservoir allows the expansion of the coolant as it heats up and expands during the engine operation. It also provides a reserve of the coolant and that can be drawn back into the system as needed when the engine cools down. So, the regular checkups of the coolant level in the expansion tank are more important, especially in CNG engines where higher operating temperatures can lead to increased coolant consumptions. So therefore, we come to the summary that the cooling system of CNG engines is vital for the managing the higher heat generated by CNG combustion. It involves components such as radiator, coolant, water pump, thermostat, and hoses, all of which may require upgrade or more frequent maintenance compared to conventional gasoline or diesel engines. And thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.